I cannot be on this. Well, hello, and welcome, everybody. So glad that you're here with me today. Yes, and so it's time for true crime in Cambodia style. Are you ready to see what kind of funky things have happened in the last week in Cambodia? Still a safe. I know this is true crime, but let me just say it's a safe place. I love living here, and I'm not afraid. So just because we're talking about true crime doesn't mean that I'm dissing Cambodia. All right, definitely love living here and feel safe living here. In fact, I know someone that had an issue like trying to buy property, and so let me just say there are a lot of instances. Let me finish my sentence before I go on to the next one. There are a lot of instances that I have seen over the last 17 years where people will sell land that they have no title to, because some of the comments that people are reacting, they think in the Western mind that like, well, maybe they're overextended in their loans or something and all this. No, they outright will take you to a piece of land and say, I own this land, I will sell it to you. And they write up a bill of sale, they take the money, and they had no claim to that property. It happens. Now, in this case, I think this person was just supposed to be arranging the paperwork and filing for the title and things like that. Because here in Cambodia, they have a soft title and a hard title. And the soft title is basically the village chief, of the area puts his name on and a stamp on a document that says that you own this property. But then if the village chief is corrupt, and then they put their name and stamp on another piece of paper saying someone else also owns that same property, then you've got two people with papers with soft titles that say they own that property. Now, the hard title is registered with the government. And the way I understand the law, I don't think it's changed. It was certainly like this 10 years ago, that once the hard title is registered with the government, so it's gone through its process, through its little escrow of everybody checking everything and whatever process they have, that once that hard title is issued, that's it. There is, you cannot, like, so if somebody got a village chief to do paperwork for you, and then you take that paperwork to the government and you file it and you get that hard title, and somebody else who was the real owner that only had a soft title because they didn't want, I don't know how much it costs to get a hard title. There might be fees associated with that. That they didn't do it for whatever reason. I mean, and I've had people that have told me, oh, I own land over here or over there. I said, well, do you have a hard title? And they're like, no, I don't need one. I'm like, yeah, you need to get that hard title, because according to the law, you have no recourse if somebody else gets that hard title. Because so if there's no hard title on that land and someone else files it first and gets the hard title, they won't even entertain a court hearing. You have no recourse at all. Zero. Hard title wins. Sorry, there's not an earthquake. Don't worry. It's the cat going like this on the screen. Yeah, okay. She's bored and jumping down. All right, so shall we get to the latest news stories? I don't know if there's any real estate stuff in here in the last week or not. We will find out together. Let's see. Well, I don't think you want the ads, right? All right. So our first story is that in early January, the first week, January 2nd to January 12th, authorities cracked down on 10 gangs, with most currently in prison. So that's great. Good job. Here, the victim of an illegal recruitment syndicate in Cambodia was intercepted at the Philippines airport. So there was a man in the Philippines. I don't know if he was Filipino or if he was just going through the Philippines. And he was going to fly from the Philippines to Cambodia for a job that was supposed to be business process outsourcing. Now, you got to understand, in the Philippines and like in India, there are a lot of call centers. So there's people with experience working in call centers. And so if they're told, hey, we can pay you more if you come to Cambodia, and they think, wow, okay, I can go to Cambodia and send the money back to my family and everything, if it's a legitimate job. But then it turns out to be they take your passport, you're locked inside a compound and not able to leave. So they intercepted this man at the airport in the Philippines and stopped him from coming to Cambodia. And so they're saying they prevented him from getting trafficked, which is good. Here, there was a man that died after being hit by a motorcycle driver traveling on the wrong side of the road. So I did open this up and read this. I should tell Chani, because this very road we were on last night around 8 o'clock, and at 10:30 this happened. So just an hour and a half later, there was a motorcycle going on the wrong side of the road, very fast. It says witnesses said he was traveling really fast, going the wrong way, and he ran into another motorcycle going the correct way. And one thing the story didn't say, though, hello, journalism, is which man died. The one that was going the wrong way or the one that was going the right way? I want to know. I mean, it's somebody still died. That's horrible. That's a tragedy. But I don't think I'm wrong in saying it's more of a tragedy if it was the guy going the right way got killed by the guy going the wrong way, as opposed to the one that was going the wrong way kind of got his just desserts if he was the one that died. I know that's kind of callous, but whatever. A well-known expat, Ned Kelly, in the music scene, passed away. Just sounded like maybe it was natural causes. I did read the story. There is a Cambodian opposition party person who was in Thailand who got killed in Thailand. And it was a Thai person who shot him. He went to Cambodia. So Cambodia caught him, and now they're extraditing him back to Thailand to face charges there. And the story here, the latest, is that this person won't say who was the mastermind, who hired him to do the job. So that can get pretty political. So I'm not really going to go into that too much. There was one case of bird flu, of somebody died, a 28-year-old man. That's usually not, it's not the high risk, usually your high risk is your young people, your old people, somebody who's already infirm. And they said that he was handling dead birds, that he does have his own business with poultry. I don't even have the chat open. Okay. me put my little welcome message in the chat. Ta-da! All right, back over to the news. So yeah, that's our first fatality. And so now in the area, you can see here in the picture, they're spraying and asking people to make sure that they wear gloves if they have to handle dead birds or poultry, and make sure they use soap and wash their hands a lot. Good advice for all the time. Ooh, this was really sad. So it says foreigner dies after falling from 42nd floor of a condo. So this condo, I can click on it. You can see the pictures of the condo. There's a picture of the condo. So you can see how they have, you know, when a building's under construction, they have these like little elevator things on the outside. And so is a Chinese man. He was actually like a construction foreman or consultant, a construction foreman. There it is. And he went up in the elevator. It says he got off the elevator and then it looked like he had forgotten something. He turned around to like grab something and he lost his footing and slipped and fell. Did it say how old he was? I don't know, but if he was the construction foreman, 63 years old. So I think this is somebody that had a lot of experience working in construction. And so that's sad. So that happened. Not actually a crime, but an accident. Here, looks like they've found and detained the drunk driver who injured 11 people while driving drunk. And I'm not sure if we mentioned this last week. Let me go ahead and see. I hope it's not a second time. On the evening of January 11th. Oh, that's just 2 days ago. So this is because the last show we did, there was also someone, you know, on the same bridge, which is my bridge onto Choi Chung Va, crashed into a rickshaw, injuring 11 people. I think, you know, Ramuk or a tuk-tuk. Rickshaw makes me think of those little ones from India, those little three-wheelers from India. I don't think you could fit 11 people in those, but you could fit 11 people on the standard tuk-tuk, which is kind of pulled like a wagon from behind a motorcycle, which Cambodians officially call Ramuk. And so this guy was driving a Toyota Prius, 25 years old, injured 11 people. And so, okay, here you go. See, yeah, they were actually in a trailer. Why would you call this a rickshaw? Hello? Did the editor not even look at the pictures? Doesn't even give the name of who the writer was. That is not a rickshaw. Come on. That's a trailer. That's not even a Ramuk. That's just a trailer. So it had 11 people sitting in it. And that's sad. Well, 11 people were injured. But I guess they didn't, it doesn't say there was any deaths, even though people are just laying all over the road. He immediately tried to flee, but was stopped by residents and brought back. There he is. This is the driver. He got all the way to the bottom of the bridge. Wow. Okay. Fugitive who killed a man in Sihanoukville guest house was captured in Siem Reap. Says he committed the brutal murder with a hammer. Let's check this out. Are there any more details? He absconded to Siem Reap. He's 40-year-old Cambodian. Was the victim. A 40-year-old Cambodian who worked as a construction foreman was killed by a 21-year-old male who was a worker at the guest house. I don't know what this picture is. Oh, are these the people that caught him, and this is the guy here? So it looks like they're kind of holding on to him. Even though they're not in uniform, these guys must all be police, and this must be the person they arrested. 21 years old. Does it say? The suspect confessed that on the day of the incident, they had argued over a work arrangement. The police love taking pictures. When the victim turned away, he, the 21-year-old, pulled out a hammer and hit him in the back of the head, causing him to die instantly at the scene. Wow. Oh, good thing. It's amazing. That's two completely different ends of the country. Sihanoukville is on the coast in the south, and Siem Reap is up in the north where Angkor Wat is. So he got quite a bit. It's a full day's travel here in Cambodia because we don't have like freeways. Well, there's like one expressway, they call it now. But it's still like 4 hours from, if you're in a car, minimum 4 hours from Sihanoukville to Phnom Penh, and then from Phnom Penh to Siem Reap is like at least another 4 hours, maybe 6. So that's like a full day of driving. Air quality has been is healthy, so that's good. 10 Taiwanese people got life for drug trafficking. Make them squat like that. Ugh. The family destroyed, 3 dead after a Phnom Penh drunk driver crashes into a family, including 2 small children. Mystery man dumped outside of a Phnom Penh pagoda. So this was an interesting story. And then I saw. So there's camera footage of this pickup truck pulling up. And these guys, I guess, are moving the body. Not sure if he's alive or not. Here he is. I don't know if this is a person, because that's in front of the lion. It's really hard to tell, but in the text of the story, it says that the person was found the next morning behind this lion. There's a close-up picture of it later, but these are still the people, like, getting the guy in there. And it's funny, it says a silver car, and we can see that it's a pickup truck. I guess a pickup truck is a type of car. It says here, who appeared to be still alive at that point. And a group of people escorted the man who appeared to be incapacitated to the gate of the pagoda and dumped him and then quickly drove away. So here's the daytime, and here's the lion. They said they found the man lying dead behind the stone lion statue in front of the gate. So in the area behind. But if you look at this picture, I mean, the car's already left. So it looks like maybe that's the man in front of the lion. I'm not sure. describes him as being around 30 years old, dark skinned, wearing navy blue jeans, long legs, and a white long sleeve shirt with black stripes. So police are on the lookout for whoever it was driving this pickup truck to find out what happened. Very rarely, I mean, maybe 3 or 4 times in all of living here for 17 years, have there been any like missing person reports. And here that police are saying that they are searching for a teenager, 13 years old, who's been missing for 2 weeks. It said here, she left home to eat dessert in front of the Tulkork market on December 20th around 11:30 a.m. and has not been seen since. And that's her picture. If you're watching and you're in Cambodia and you've seen her, there you go. Please report it to the police. They're cracking down on dengue fever, which, by the way, in another story that I saw this week, they've actually said that 2024's dengue cases were reduced significantly from 2023. So that's good news. Here, a jealous husband kills his wife and himself. And I won't say the S word because I didn't get a strike or anything, but I did get a thing like, oh, well, there's going to be a graphic warning because of you have this subject in your content. You know, I'm like, okay, fine, put the graphic warning up. This is in Krache province. It occurred at 11 a.m. on January 9th. This is their house. Very typical house in the countryside. By the way, they call this zinc. Instead of just like a metal roof, you know, just the word metal, they literally call it zinc. I don't know if it really is made of zinc or aluminum or what it's made out of, but anyway, local authorities say that the victim who died was a 31-year-old female who was a cook, killed by her husband, a 31-year-old male, a farmer. So that's the woman. After committing the crime, he rode his motorcycle about 400 meters from the house, maybe half a mile or something, where the incident occurred, took off his shirt, rode into his cashew farm, which is about 5 kilometers from the house. And then hung. I'm just doing the math, all right? Okay, it said, so we know that it happened at the house, right? And so after committing the crime, the suspect rode his motorcycle about 400 meters, took off his shirt, and what? So then he rode another 5 kilometers without his shirt on? Oh, because maybe his shirt was bloody and he didn't want people, and he thought, oh wait, I better take my shirt off, and drove another 5 kilometers. No deets about like what they were arguing about or anything. Yeah, here's the one about the significant drop in dengue fever cases. Hey, Musselman.
Yeah.
Here's Chani. Come here, Chani. So Musselman.
Yeah.
Plow B.
Plow B.
Wait, I need to go down here at the bottom.
The canal.
Yeah. The like Mal Pambai,
Yeah.
Tao Te,
Yeah.
Ja, and then Mal Dot Gan La, Some La.
Some lap.
Yeah, Moto.
Oh.
Yeah, Boy Mal Gan La. Yeah.
Some nang la.
Yeah, we have good luck. Yeah, Sam Nang La. Yeah.
No. Một vé. Miềnភ្លើង. Yeah.
Plur.
ពេលដង្ហែ
That's cool.
យូមុខវាំងថ្ងៃទី31 you like cream ថ្ងៃ Can you
Yeah.
យើងមកផ្ទះម៉ោង 8 ម៉ោង 7 មានភ្លើង
Okay, she's gonna Google. Okay. So, little intermission there. Let's see. Dengue. 35 illegals were deported. The 10 sniffer dogs are going to be used by the police for sniffing drugs, for drug crackdowns. This is nice. Talking about crime, you know, when people are in prisons, the Ministry of Health is looking to enhance prison healthcare services, health and hygiene. So that's good. Good. Like 18 degrees Celsius. What is that? 18C to F. 64 degrees is our forecast. And yes, it's been cold. For today, so that might be like the low up in the mountains. It's like 71 is the low here in Phnom Penh for today. And yeah, it's cold. For us, that's cold. I know some parts, you guys got snow and, you know, things. Condolences over the fires. Seasonal weather. Get off my keyboard. The first bird flu death. Peacekeepers. Bridge. It's all just normal news. Man found strangled in a Phnom Penh room. So it was a locked room. The victim, 29 years old, is a factory worker who lives in the rented room. According to his landlord, the victim and one of his sons worked at the factory together. And on the morning of the incident, when his son arrived at the factory and did not see the victim at work, he called to find him. He did not answer. Hey, Dad, where are you? You know, I mean, there's no answer. So he went to the house and found it locked. He entered the house by means of a screwdriver and an axe and found his father lying dead. Police suspect that the victim died of asphyxiation. Asphyxiation. There, I got it. And reported it to police headquarters to conduct an autopsy. Interesting. I wonder if they saw the petechia or whatever, you know, the blood in the blood vessels in the eyes broken, if there were bruises on the neck. The hyoid will show if the autopsy will show if the hyoid was broken. We're moving up in our forensics here in Cambodia. All right. What else? Man dies after being struck by a train. It's not something that happens every day. 28 years old. His father said that he got informed of his child's death. After examining the scene, the police confirmed that the victim had indeed died in a traffic accident, being hit by a train and crushed to death. Great sentence. That's great. You gotta love the news sometimes. I think that kind of would have been like a bit obvious. But they examined the scene, they did their job, and he was hit by a train. It doesn't say if he was like asleep on the tracks. Sometimes people get drunk and sleep on the tracks. That's happened. Let's see. 3 drug traffickers with the ecstasy tablets got long sentences, whatever that is. Driver involved in crash that killed the rap star Ruth Coe, formerly charged with causing a traffic accident resulting in the death of another person. Here's Channy.
I mean, we were really lucky.
Yes.
On New Year's Eve, we got home at 7 o'clock, and then at 11 o'clock, and there was a fire at the Royal Palace.
Oh.
And yesterday we went to eat, and then we left home at 8 o'clock. And then at 10 o'clock, there was a motorbike and a car crash. I think you're lucky. We were really lucky.
Yeah, samnang lao. Yeah. Is it piggy? I know. Sometimes it's piggy. Woo! Hey, piggy. Piggy farts. I don't know if Piggy has a farting problem.
Piggy up there.
Piggy, or you can take Piggy out.
Wow, samnang
lao. So we were twice lucky, is what she was saying, because on the night of New Year's Eve, we left early. As soon as the parade was over, we left. And a few hours later, there was a big fire. Nobody was injured, so that was good. But there was an incident, right? And then here we left the wedding yesterday, an hour and a half before an accident happened on the very road we were on. So we were lucky twice. Ruthko, unfortunately, was not so lucky. A very adored rapper here in Cambodia. And I don't know if this had happened already on our last show, but somebody was making a left-hand turn. I don't know if it was the car or if it was him on his motorcycle. And he, anyway, they had an impact, and I think he didn't have a helmet on. And so he died pretty instantly, I think. There were a lot of pictures in the Cambodian news doesn't, pixelate things. And so Chani was showing me all kinds of video and pictures and stuff because she was really touched by this happening. This person was a friend of mine's, like very close to her daughter and her daughter's boyfriend. So they were very close. And so Chani had met him, and so she was really kind of shook by it. And the way that they deal with it is like looking at all these pictures and everything. And I'm gonna say it was pretty, it was pretty gruesome. The court upholds a fugitive child abuser's 22-year jail term. So that's good. He was the former executive director of an NGO here and was abusing the children. And this is the drunk driver on the bridge that we already read about. Natural disasters claimed over 100 lives in 2024, including lightning strikes, strong winds, and flooding. Look at this, traffic parks. That's cool. I mean, without the picture, I wouldn't have known what they were talking about. In fact, I saw the headline. I'm like, what? But now that I see this, so somebody has created this traffic park for education about driving. Love it. Great. Where is it? Kampong Chhnang province. Every province needs to have these. This is great. Are they planning more? It's not only for students, but also the public, to educate them, to understand the law and respect for the rights of driving and techniques and driving ethics. He said that traffic parks, plural, are set up in secondary schools and high schools, incorporating virtual gas stations, roads, traffic lanes, traffic lights, and traffic signs. The minister has encouraged the inclusion of a traffic section in the Ministry of Education's curriculum. Oh, like we had driver's ed, right? So they're saying that they need to have driver's ed here. Yeah, that's positive. That's a good thing. And that they'll do a core textbook divided into 3 levels: primary, secondary, and high school. I thought high school was part of secondary. I don't know where the division is here. So the Cambodian Red Cross inaugurated the traffic park with traffic safety education materials being distributed at 2 high schools. Nice. Oh, and that's at Priya Sahanik province. Great. Good. Have them. Every school should have. They should have one of these at every school. There you go. At least every high school. Every high school should have one of these on their campus. There you go. Endangered Asian elephants spotted in the central cardamoms on hidden cameras. Excellent. And let's see here. What else have we got? You have to get through all the normal news to get to the crime beat news. Mother and baby gars. Gars, is that how you pronounce that? Found roaming with the local herds of cattle in Priya Vihir province. Good. Very rare animals. So that's good that they're still around. Oh, there's the first story about the 10 people. It says 10 people. Now it's up to 11 that were injured by that drunk driver. And here's an earlier story on the NGO executive director. Kind-hearted tycoon sends his speedboat out to rescue an expectant mother. So that's kind of him. Well, this is new. The government is pushing to enforce a law against denials about the Khmer Rouge genocidal era. It's called the Law Against Non-Recognition of Crimes Committed During the Democratic Kampuchea Period. And it's sparking a heated debate. Wow. So that's interesting. It's kind of like, it makes me think of, like in the West, it's like, oh, Holocaust deniers and things like this, right? And so it was a pretty big deal. Security guard was terminated for using inappropriate language toward journalists. Let's check this one out. I guess this is a picture of the security guard. Oh, at a market. Okay. He's been terminated after he used inappropriate language toward journalists. The owners of the market saying he acted beyond his duties, including stopping a moving motorbike and using inappropriate language toward journalists. Because people it got on the news on Facebook. Local media posted on Facebook a picture of the security guard using the inappropriate language. National Road 4. Doesn't say what kind of story that they were working on. Were they working? He rode his motorcycle 2 or 3 times to record videos on the road. Well, this could be because a lot of times on the national roads, people who have markets, the vendors, they go into the middle of the road, and then it makes the road very narrow, and it's very dangerous if cars are going fast. So it's like a highway. It's supposed to be a highway. Yeah. So maybe they were going to be doing a story about that. Let's see. Interesting. Let's see that. Deputy governor says driver of his car was involved in a crash that killed 3, and that driver has been arrested. Okay. So because the driver, I'm pretty sure, ran away, and the car was registered to this deputy governor, and so now he had to come out and say that it wasn't me. I wasn't driving the car, and I wasn't riding in the car when it was involved in the crash, and the driver's been arrested. Somebody had to take the fall. 2 Phnom Penh drug users were arrested after a raid. Authorities investigate foreigners who escaped from a casino. 57 foreigners escaped from a casino to determine whether they were working illegally in Cambodia. I like how they use the word escaped. Ooh, Cambodia sees a spike in landmine and ERW, that's like explosive remnants of war, casualties in 2024. 49 landmines and explosive remnants of war casualties, up 53% from the 32 the year before. That's sad. And lightning strikes killed 68 people, which is actually down from 84 deaths the year before. Lightning strikes killing people is just like an amazing number here. It's scary. So what's on the next page? Sometimes it's like the day after I do a show, then there's like this headline is like, oh my gosh, that like would be so good for the show. Government is seeking solutions for jailed pregnant women and mothers, so that's good. Traffic accidents as a whole dropped by 14% last year, so that's good. Ooh, Japanese Film Festival in Siem Reap. Ooh, police unveil a new strategy to combat juvenile delinquency. In just 5 days, they rounded up 31 suspects over involvement in cases of theft, robbery, and gang activities. I'd click on the story, but you know, their strategy is going to be whatever it is. 60 people died from fires, injured over 100. The Documentation Center of Cambodia is offering a program to foreigners interested in the Khmer Rouge story. And here's a picture of them welcoming students that were visiting from the United States. blood donation drive. Waste management in Phnom Penh and other major cities. Good. Saurus cranes, a stable population, so that's good. Big. This is the first, and go check out Frugal Wanderer's channel. He just put up a video today, taking a tour on an open-topped bus up in Siem Reap. Fisticuffs in Phnom Penh as drunks brawl. 3 friends who went for a drinking session in Phnom Penh last night ended their night's revelry brawling with each other after tempers flared. Oh, if anybody knows Mr. Desmond, he lost his wallet. He's an Australian tourist who lost his wallet at Angkor Wat, and a kind-hearted Cambodian found his wallet and turned it over to authorities, and so they want to give it back to him. Lucky escape when an elderly driver narrowly misses a lake. He was distracted by his granddaughter and almost went into the lake. There he is. Looks like a pickup truck. Oh, here's the original story about the 3 people died in a crash involving a deputy governor's car, which then, as we saw, he denied that he was in the car. Family of 4 on the motorcycle, and 3 of them died. Oh, check this out. Yeah, this is one of the ones I was like, oh, this is like good for the show. $1 million smash. A foreigner wrecks a Rolls Royce in Phnom Penh, worth nearly $1 million. Is it a Maybach? Is Maybach made by Rolls Royce? And there he is, like getting out of the car to run away. Seriously injured a man. Oh, so he was driving at high speed and he went into a number of other vehicles. Yesterday being this was on January 8th. So January 7th is when this happened. It was at 2:00 in the afternoon on the 7th. Ooh, along Street 19 at the corner of 106. Ooh, that's in the Riverside area. Wow. That's right close to Wat Phnom in the post office. That's why it's this yellow wall. That's probably, I wonder if that white car is a parked car. According to sources at the scene, there's the car. Before the incident, the Rolls Royce without a license plate was seen being driven by a Chinese national along Road 106 in an east-west direction at high speed. At the intersection, it hit a truck traveling from south to north and was crossing the busy road, causing it to overturn 3 to 4 times. I think the truck, because this car does not look like it was overturned. So it caused the truck to overturn 3 to 4 times. Oh my goodness. The Rolls Royce continued to speed and hit a motorcycle and another parked car, causing the motorcycle driver to be seriously injured and immediately taken to the hospital. The driver of the Rolls Royce was taken to the Sachak police station for questioning. After the incident, police officers measured the 2 vehicles, including the motorcycle, and temporarily stored them, while the driver of the Rolls Royce confirmed that he would pay compensation for the damage and medical expenses of the injured. Yeah, restitution. That's kind of the name of the game here. Some people call it corruption. Others, it could be justice. As long as the restitution is fair. I mean, that's the end game, isn't it? I have to look up a Maybach and see if It's by Rolls-Royce. Maybach. Rolls-Royce. No, okay, they're two. Maybach is by Mercedes. Okay. Wow, a Rolls-Royce worth $1 million? Amazing. Wow. All right. What else we got? Let's see. A crackdown netted 30 criminals in the last few days. Let's see. I'm waiting for the page to load, by the way. I've clicked on next. There's the hit and run driver of the rap star. Let's see if it tells us exactly who was turning left. And this is them conducting the alcohol test, which right now says 0. He's a 35-year-old military police officer. The rapper was 25 years old, so young, so much ahead of him. The driver was charged with careless driving, causing the death of another person under aggravated circumstances, and faces between 2 to 3 years in prison if convicted. That doesn't seem like that much. Happened at 1:30 a.m. The driver was driving a Lexus, and the rapper was driving his Honda motorcycle from the opposite direction. And so then the driver of the car was turning into a gated community when he collided with the vehicle. The driver fled the accident site, but was later arrested. They tested him for drugs, for drug and alcohol use, but the test came back negative. I don't know how much later he was tested. Negligence, poor visibility at night. So they concluded that the accident was caused by the negligence of both the car driver and the motorcycle rider, complicated by poor visibility at night, as well as the victim not wearing a helmet and speeding. Sad. Very tragic. That was just very tragic. U.S. Embassy is issuing a job scam warning. Apparently, there are people that are saying, if you pay me money, I can get you a job working at the embassy. And they take the money and they have, the embassy saying, nobody can get you a job here. All right. So if somebody is saying, pay me and I'll get you a job, do not believe them. It's a scam. And then 57 foreigners, including Pakistani and Nepali nationals, were rescued from a casino. Wow. From Pakistan and Nepal. Whoever these scammers are really, really, they're getting people from all over. What else do we have that's crime? There's a rare orchid. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Who remembers that TV show, Gen X? It was The Odd Couple. Science competition. That's nice. No, and so the statues, it says statue construction suspended due to lack of permits and technical expertise. Here's some thieves that were busted after attempting to steal a phone from a foreigner in central Phnom Penh. They're lucky that they weren't beaten to a pulp. Construction. Sword youths confess to transgressions. A group of 3 sword-wielding yobs will be punished by authorities after they attack their rivals with lethal weapons. These guys are young. They need to be nipped in the bud. They haven't shaved their head yet. There was one story I saw where they were like all showing, where they were shaving the head. It says 1 dies, another seriously injured in Phnom Penh moto smash. A woman is dead and a man seriously injured after they smashed at high speeds into a road barrier. Not good. This is the rapper that died. There he is again. I think this is the first story about it. 2 military officers charged over bribery. Good. If that's what they're doing, they need to be held accountable. They're accused of receiving bribes from a group of criminals in exchange for not cracking down on drug offenses and illegal gambling. Popular U.S. influencer picked as advisor to the Ministry of Interior. Jesse McCall, an American-born influencer and entrepreneur. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? News stories, news stories, news stories. Director of Invest Cambodia made a significant impact on the Cambodian landscape. Social media star and business leader joins the ministry. Yeah, but who is he? BNO Paul Law Office. Is that the same guy? Who is? I wonder if I put that in, if it'll AI me. Originally from the United States, McCall is well known among Cambodian netizens as a Khmer-speaking influencer who creates content about his life in Cambodia. His content promotes positive aspects of Cambodia, especially its tourism and traditional culture. There's his LinkedIn. Just check his LinkedIn. And then there was some like technocrat, American technocrat that like met with the prime minister. Let's see if we see that one. LinkedIn's taking too long. All right, whatever. Oh, my computer is behaving slowly. There we go. Oh, it's not even sharing the screen at all. I said share the screen instead, and it didn't. Okay, wait. Screen. Indian police smash an international cyber fraud syndicate with connections to Dubai and Cambodia. Interesting. Cambodian armed forces wrap up martial arts training for soldiers. Interesting. There's the Saurus cranes again. Now it's saying a sharp dip in the population raises concerns. Thought the other one said it was stabilized. 3 illegals deported. Online money launderers busted. Man killed in moto inferno. Man was killed instantly and his wife seriously injured after their moto was struck by a car and burst into flames. Ugh. Flip mode. Phnom Penh driver in barrier mishap. Cold weather. 5 foreign suspects arrested for murdering a countryman. 5 Vietnamese men arrested for murdering a fellow Vietnamese person after robbing the victim and then fleeing. Oh, this baby elephant that had been rescued is showing signs of recovery. That's good news. Ooh, lovers who died in taxi inferno named. Not that I'm interested in their name, but I'm interested in like what? Oh, that's the cars upside down. What happened? The incident was in Tak Mau, January 4th. Dun, 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 dun. Blue Toyota Prius taxi crashed into a road divider, causing it to overturn and burst into flames. One of the 3 people in the car was pulled out to safety, while the other 2 were trapped in the car due to the intense flames and could not be rescued. The driver, who was seriously injured, was rescued and immediately sent to the hospital. Wow. Wow. They hit the road divider and flipped. Oh my gosh. That's all that's left of it. Wow. New airport. Border stuff. Ooh, look at this. TikTok women apologize after brandishing sword on social media. So it's not just the guys. It's the girls are doing this too. They're trending. They're trending with the swords. So here's so here's their TikTok video. And here they are at the police station. 2 foolish young women have publicly apologized after they were spotted by eagle-eyed police brandishing a sword on social media. This has like been a trend over the last couple of weeks. But this is the first time it was women. So like, how old are they? About 20, in their 20s? Look at, they have to apologize. Through a public apology video, they called on other young people not to follow her example, as this is a mistake that society hates. There you go. You know, that happens a lot too, you know, rather than like filling up the jails and the prisons with people that commit minor crimes. I mean, like they were just brandishing. They didn't hurt anybody, right? But they made them do a public apology. And that probably hurts them more to have to make a video apologizing, you know? So good on the justice system. What else? Man caught red-handed transporting drugs, 22 kilograms. Woman and son apologize after inappropriate messages about traffic police. I did read this one. It's been a while though, January 6th. Should be getting close to the end here. So they used inappropriate language to describe a Phnom Penh traffic police after the son was stopped for driving a motorcycle under the influence of alcohol. So the kid was drunk and he got angry. I think Oh, this is their test. 0.29. 0.29. And he was riding his motorcycle, right? And so then, oh wait, the mother posts on Sri Rat, right? That's the mother. Should be. Posts on Facebook and TikTok of this name, along with her son. And they posted inappropriate messages about the traffic police out of anger after her son was fined for driving under the influence. He was fined. She was angry that the police fined her son 250,000 real. 100,000 is $25. So that's 50, 60, 67.50, I think. 67.50. Just under $70. He was fined. He didn't even go to jail. Imagine in the West, if you have where's the picture? Right there. 0.29 alcohol. Oh, that's a breathalyzer, but I can't say it's the blood level, but blood alcohol level. But yeah. And then so she got angry. So they've deleted the video and asked people not to share the video, which would harm the honor and dignity of the National Police Force. And his mother also admitted her mistake and apologized publicly to the authorities. Yeah. 2 people have died, including a foreigner, and another was seriously injured in a horrific smash on the Phnom Penh Expressway. I think this car ran into a truck, if I recall. So that's what's left of the car. So you can see, yeah, because of there's the truck. Look, well, there's the car under the truck. But here's a nice view of the expressway. 40 years old, Chinese. Drop in malaria. Drunk musician attacks his parents. Ooh, what's this? It's slow. It's loading. I clicked on it. All right. And it's not the internet, I don't think. I think it's the computer. So this is the musician. I guess this is when he's on stage, and this is like his arrest picture. I don't know. A well-known musician is in police custody after he viciously attacked his parents, causing serious injuries to them whilst drunk. The attack took place on the night of January 1st. So not New Year's Eve, but the next night. He's at 27 years old. Used severe violence against his parents while he was drunk. There he is at the police station. Cool clothes. Okay. There he is on stage. The reason why the man used violence against his parents was because on the day of the incident, he was in a drunken state. And at that time, his mother blamed him for drinking alcohol. So he got angry with his mother. Then his father cursed him more and hit him with one hand, causing the perpetrator to hit his father in the face, causing him to fall. The mother rushed to help, but the perpetrator hit his mother again, causing both hands to break. His father, 59, was injured on the face, on the left eyebrow, and under the left eye, while his mother was injured in the head and both hands. That's the father at the hospital. And that's the mother at the hospital. After the incident, local police forces intervened and immediately arrested the perpetrator and sent him for questioning. The 2 victims were sent to the hospital for treatment. Yeah. So he'd been out all night partying. Did it say what time this happened? No, just the day. So he'd been out all night, maybe even like perform. If he's a musician, he might have had a gig and was performing on New Year's Eve. And then once the show was over, he's like drinking, and or maybe he didn't have a job, because here he's got the blonde hair when he was working, right? So now he's got the dark hair. Looks pretty well styled. Anyway, he's out drinking all night for New Year's Eve. Comes home. He's still drunk. Maybe he's drinking some more. Hair of the dog, and the mother's, hey, you lazy good for nothing, drunk. All you do is drink, and set him off. He's a violent drunk. He's not a happy fall asleep drunk. He's a violent drunk. And attacks his mother. Father steps in, attacks the father. Mother comes to help the father, attacks the mother again. Domestic violence. That's what it is. That's what it boils down to. Hey, Robert with True Crime is here. Hello, in the house. Where is everyone today? I don't know, but I figure people might want to watch on replay or something. So I'm just going through everything. We've had a couple of good ones. None of them are mysteries really, but some interesting sword wielding and stuff. Woman seriously injured. Car dragged her for more than 5 meters. Let's see if there's a couple more stories, and then that'll be it. I watched your live with A.R. Hayes and Swamp Rose. That was good. Ooh, gangsters with swords attacked a youth in Phnom Penh. But yeah, here, look at this. Here's them shaving. They're shaving the heads. Wait, let's look at this one first. I love it. That's their punishment, man. Well, plus I think sometimes they have to go to jail too. But they're all the gangster one, the young gangster, not like hardcore gangsters, but the young kind of wannabe gangsters. They're all like proud of their hair. And so that's the first thing they do is like shave their head, man. And sometimes they'll just like shave part of it so that they look really stupid. And then sometimes they'll shave the whole head. And they're saying they arrested, educated, and detained a total of 64 antisocial elements in 1 week. Some of the measures related to gathering at midnight. There's not an official curfew, but I guess, if you look like a bunch of gangsters, then okay, gathering at midnight, not going home, drinking alcohol, smoking in public places not just smoking in public places, but in an anarchic manner. And they sent 10 people to court related to fights and stabbings. Look at them make them do an exercise. They got, yeah, they're only half shaved. Yes, they're half shaved and they're making them do exercises. Yeah. I love, hey, the justice system is not all that bad here. Some people say it's horrible and they need more rule of law and all this kind of stuff. My saying is the more rule of law that you have, the less justice you have. Because when it's the rule of law, that's all those technicalities. You got to follow the law exactly rather than the meaning of the law, right? So if you can get some technicality, get off on a technicality, we all know that saying. If you have money and you're able to afford a lawyer that can tie everything up in court and you don't have enough money to fight that, then there was no justice, So the more rule of law that you have, the less justice you have. Because I hate that, the rule of law. You want law enforcement, but not rule of law. It gets confused. Look at all these crackdowns. These ragtag. Look at him. Look at him. These gangsters are all in they're all in flip-flops. Yeah, of course, Robert. If I can, I jump in and yeah. Oh yeah, these guys are tough. These guys are gangsters. And their flip-flops with their hairdos, you know. Gosh, I love it. I love it when they do that. All right, so what did these gangsters do? Also in flip-flops. They chased and stabbed a young man. That's not good. Not good. So police are on the scene. There's someone on a motorcycle. Let's see. A group of lawless gangsters armed with swords and knives chased and stabbed a young man in Phnom Penh around 11:50 p.m. January 3rd. Here's a gas station. Mama Kitty. Mama Kitty's like right in the way. Mama Kitty, come on. Okay. Onlookers said that they saw a group of young men riding motorbikes armed with knives, swords, and metal rods. They chased and attacked a young man, causing injuries and damage to his motorbike. The gang fled, leaving one motorbike at the scene. After the incident, the police intervened, took the young victim, and collected evidence, including knives and metal rods, to question him at the police station and receive a complaint to continue investigating and find the gang members to proceed with the procedure. I love it. That's it. That's all. Mama Kitty. Here the puppies? Go check it out. See what else we got. I want to see, when was this? This already happened. Rose of Palin Khmer opera to be staged at Chaktamak Hall. I think it already happened. I don't want to see. Oh, my computer's being slow. January 23rd to 26th, so I could still go. Okay. I'll have to make note of that. The chopper crash team, the search and rescue team, was awarded with a prestigious medal, a commendation medal gold class, to 64 members of the search and rescue team for their exceptional work in locating the military helicopter that crashed in July of 2024. Kandal government seeks quick land dispute resolutions. And especially with regard to the Funan Teco Canal. They're building this canal project is like the friggin' Panama Canal and Suez Canal. It's a big, big project, and they're going to have to eminent domain some land for it. Moronic louts arrested after flaunting their swords on social media. I told you that there's quite a few stories of them doing it. Look at them. Look at them acting all cool. They're all cool until they get their heads shaved. Police spotted their antics. The 4 ne'er-do-wells were arrested. The video was posted on the 21st of December on a public road in front of a coffee shop. And after seeing the video, Major General Police Chief ordered the police forces in all 9 cities and districts to conduct an immediate investigation. Oh my goodness. So they found them and brought them in for questioning and further action. Look at these young guys. Oh, they're so tough. blood donations, Angkor Wat, out of school children, Saurus cranes, cold weather, conservation officers in Kokong Provincial Environment Department, so rangers, intercepted illegal activities in various locations. So that means they got snares and traps and things like that. So good. We saw that story already. Orchids, the EU, Cuba, good relations with Cuba. We're about done. We've gone a week. I'm just wondering like who that tech guy was that met with the prime minister. Investigation after a foreigner found dead in the street. Well, yeah, see, I think all this was from last week. Yeah. All right. So, all right. And that's it. Well, so I hope that you enjoyed hearing some of the crazy crime stories in Cambodia. Like I said, I feel totally safe here, and I love living in Cambodia, and no disrespect at all to the country. It's just interesting to see what kind of crimes happen, you know, and just never forget that love transcends time and space. So wherever and whenever you're listening to this, I love you. I do. Thank you so much for spending some of the minutes or even an hour of your time and your life that you've spent here with me. And I appreciate that very much. Thank you. And so that's it for me today. Tomorrow is the music game. All right. So if you're interested in just having some fun, forgetting about all the drama, whatever's going on in the world, anywhere, and you just want to like relax and have some fun, it's music trivia tomorrow at the same bat time, same bat channel. So I hope you come and join me for that. And until then, catch you later.